Hey guys, I'm back and today I'm going to be doing the third update to my 25 in 2025 project pan. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine. I do a lot of project painting. Things have been a little crazy and off of my normal schedule the past I was gonna say 3 months, this year so far. And I'm hoping to get back on track soon, but regardless of everything else, I'm gonna update my project pan. So if you like project painting content, please stick around because it's not going anywhere. And without further ado, let's hop straight into the progress. So I try to do this in the order at which I apply things to my face because or else I forget things. So starting off with primer, I rolled this in last month and it's not going to surprise anybody that I used up my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This had like the teeniest, tiniest bit left. I just needed to roll something in and I really wanted to use this up because it had been kind of sitting around with just a little tiniest bit left in it for a long time. I really got in there with a little makeup spatula today, scraped out every last little drop, and I am happy to say that this is used up and moving out of my collection today. And then the next product is my Kosas Revealer Concealer in the shade 03W. This has been in the project since the beginning. It was really close in the last update. I honestly used it probably like 3 or 4 more times and then moved on to other things because it is true, like completely empty. You could eat out of this. So I am so excited to have this used up. This has been rolling around in my collection for quite a while, unfortunately. So and it was just fine. That's what it was. It was a concealer. I'm probably not going to ever feel the desire to repurchase it, but I did enjoy using it. I don't know if that helps you decide if you want it, but that's my review. Then moving on to cheeks. We have this Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. Here's what it was looking like last month. I've used it an additional 15 times since my last update, and here's what it's looking like now. My goal was to use up the shade that's currently in Carrot. As you can see, I did not get that done, but I did make some good progress. This is, I think, life. Life has been a little crazy lately. I haven't been necessarily doing bronzer every day. There was a lot of days this past month where I just like base, blush, like a shimmer over the lid, and then some sort of lipstick. Maybe not even bright lipstick if I didn't have the time to apply it, just like a gloss. And that was my face. So I wasn't wearing bronzer as much as maybe I could have, given that I wore makeup literally every single day in March, but I still got some progress on it, and we're just going to count that. I'm just going to keep working on Carrot because it's a nice shade for this time of year and the kind of makeup that I've been doing a lot, and hopefully I can get it used up, and then we can move on to Princess Cut and Angle during the warmer times of year where I'm a little bit less pale. Then for blush, last month Last month I rolled in this Hermes blush in the shade Rose Ombre, and my goal was 45 uses. I have used it 18 times since that update, and here's what it's looking like now. Nothing crazy. I mean, I'm not even taking pictures of this because I'm not expecting to see an update, but 18 uses is great. I mean, I could use it 30 times over April if I use it every single day, and then I get it rolling out next month, and if not, I have 2 more months with it and it's beautiful, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I wore this every day that I did makeup here. I was just visiting family and friends. Like, I was out of town every single weekend in March, and so when I do that, I tend to reach for cream blush just because they're a little bit easier in my to-go makeup bag. So this is what I wore every day that I was home in March. Moving on to eye products. The first is this Eyeko Black Magic Liquid Eyeliner. I think I used this 2 or 3 times, nothing too crazy. It's still nowhere near dried up. I didn't even use it today. I used my other eyeliner and a black eyeshadow today, which is just a great example of how this month is going. And then next is this Lancome Le Crayon Kohl eye pencil in black. You can look at the progress. Nowhere near where we were at last month. I just wasn't reaching for this as much. Again, very quick makeup, and eyeliner is a step that is very easily let go of when I'm trying to get out of the door quickly. So this was unfortunately not worn as much, but I sharpened it today because it was starting to look kind of sad and short, close to the wood. So I sharpened it and will hopefully start wearing it more. I've worn it for the past 2 days, so a streak has to start somewhere. Then we have this Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil in Warm Brunette. Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil in Warm Brunette. This is the one I'm feeling the best about. You can see the progress. It looks a lot like I still have a long way to go, but this is all the product that I have left. I'm measuring from the bottom part of this bullet because it's kind of an angled tip. So I think this realistically has like 2 months left before I won't be able to really use this very much anymore. So I am excited to be seeing really just steady progress with this, and know that we're in what, April? By July, this will be done. And then the last product is this Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color in the shade Khaki. I did reach for this a handful of times, I think probably like 5 or 6 times. And this is the progress. Not terrible. I've done worse. I've had months with 0 progress. Not enough to realistically use this up by the end of the year, but I am just trying to use this whenever I can, whenever it's convenient. Sometimes this color, because it's such a beautiful mucky green color, it can pull a little bit too smoky for every day. I have to be really careful when wearing it on like a work day, or for like work makeup, but I think just reaching for it every weekend might be helpful, or just using it as an eyeliner. Like yesterday, I used it to line my lower waterline. I've also taken a angled brush and done upper lash line liner with it, and it looked really pretty. So finding little ways to use it more frequently so that when I do, so that I'm not just using it to make like a smoky eye. Then the next product is lips. We have this Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick, original formula in Miss Argentina. Now this is Bachelorette. If you're new here, I lost Miss Argentina. Oops, cannot find it. She gone. She has really just truly disappeared. I think it fell out of my pocket when I was at a hospital or something. And I had used it 5 times before my last update, and I've used an additional 5 times since then, the 5th one being today. My goal with this is 75 uses, so we are really behind schedule. I need to kick it into gear. I feel like that's just the theme of this month. I am going to be doing a lot of traveling this upcoming 2 months for work. So I'm hoping that if I just keep these in my travel makeup bag, I can use like both of them a good amount. I feel like these like together, when I do a makeup look with both of them, it's a lot of makeup. So I can alternate, you know, that'll still get me where I need to go. 5 uses I'm hoping is the floor. That's what I'm going to use minimum every month from here on out. And I can maybe start building up to like 8 uses, because that's realistically what I need to use to even get close to 75 over the next 8-ish months. So we'll see. Okay, and then the last product, the non-makeup product that I have rolled in, is this Evergetikin face mask just for sensitive and dehydrated skin. I made no progress. I used it. I just think my marking was a little bit generous last month, and then I used it very little this month, so there's no real change. That's fine. I just need to keep working on this. Again, I was never home in March, so can't really use this if I'm not home to use it. And then now we're just going to roll in products to replace the Smashbox Primerizer and the Kosas Concealer. So first off, we have, to replace the Smashbox Primerizer, we have this Farah Smooth Focus Face Primer. I was a little bit nervous about this because it is like, it comes out like straight up silicone, but there's something about the way that it like melts a little bit when it comes into contact with my skin and my fingers rubbing it in. It almost feels like wet and cooling. It is an interesting product. I don't know if you can really see any like dramatic difference in lines. I feel like right here looks slightly smoother than right over here, but it smooths in a way that feels a little bit hydrating. Sounds ridiculous, I know. It doesn't even have these claims on it, but it does have water's the first ingredient. So maybe I'm not completely losing my mind. I'm not sure. I'll have to do more research into this. But my goal is going to be to use it up. It is basically full right now, like, and then maybe I'll be able to mark it next month more appropriately. And then I didn't have a concealer necessarily that I was ready to like roll into this project. So I'm going to roll in my Exa High Fidelity Color Corrector in the green shade. This, I don't know if it's easy to see, but from here to here, completely empty. I really just have product consolidated up at the top and down at the bottom where I can no longer really scrape. So I think this is going to be a good product to pan because it's been harder to use lately, which means I've been not wanting to reach for it as much. So this project will hopefully encourage me to take out the stopper and really just like start getting every last little drop out of this, since I've used most of the readily available product. And my goal will also be to use this one up completely. So that is everything for today's update. We have hit 5 goals so far this year. My L'Oreal Fresh Wear Tatcha the Silk Canvas Primer, Lorac Starlight Highlighter, my Revealer Concealer from Kosas, and my Smashbox Primerizer. So we're doing good, especially on base, and hopefully I can start making better progress on the eyes and lip product. And that is everything. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know what you think down below and if you have any suggestions for this project. And most of all, I hope you're having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.